Onions are one of the most popular ingredients used in cuisines all over the world. These pungent bulbs are not just tasty, they're also extremely versatile. They can be eaten raw or cooked, added to soups, stews, salads, sauces, and more. However, like any other food, onions have their own set of health benefits and drawbacks. So if you're curious about whether it's okay to eat onions every day, then this video is for you. We'll take an in-depth look at both the good and bad side of onions to help you decide whether they should be a part of your daily diet. Stay tuned. Good and bad side of onion. There are many types of onions, such as red onions, white onions, sweet onions, shallots, and green onions. All onions contain certain nutrients that our bodies need to stay healthy. One medium-sized onion contains about 43 calories and is a great source of vitamin C, providing 12% of the recommended daily intake, as well as a good amount of potassium and fiber. Onions are also rich in antioxidants, which are compounds that protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can contribute to aging and disease. Therefore, eating onions regularly may help reduce inflammation and lower the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. One of the most notable benefits of eating onions is their potential to improve heart health. Onions contain a compound called quercetin, which has been shown to improve blood flow and reduce blood pressure. By improving blood flow, quercetin can help prevent blood clots from forming, which is important for maintaining good heart health. Additionally, another study found that eating onions regularly could reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The study participants who ate onions regularly had lower fasting blood sugar levels and improved insulin sensitivity compared to those who did not eat onions. This is because onions contain a variety of antioxidants and sulfur compounds that can help regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. Eating onions regularly may also help lower the risk of certain cancers. One study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that onion consumption was associated with a lower risk of developing stomach, colon, and rectal cancer. Another study published in the International Journal of Cancer found that eating onions regularly could help prevent the formation of cancer cells in the laboratory. This is due to the high concentration of antioxidants and sulfur compounds in onions, which can help protect against cellular damage and inhibit the growth of cancer cells. Some people believe that eating onions every day can improve hair growth. While there is limited scientific evidence to support this claim, onions are rich in sulfur compounds, which are known to promote hair growth. One study published in the Indian Journal of Dermatology, Venereology, and Leprology found that applying onion juice to the scalp could help stimulate hair growth in people with alopecia areata. However, more research is needed to determine whether eating onions regularly can improve hair growth. But including onions in your diet may provide essential nutrients and antioxidants that support overall hair health. Now, we will talk about the bad side of onion. Risk factor. While onions are generally safe for most people, there are some risk factors to consider before adding them to your daily diet. For individuals with certain medical conditions or taking medications, consuming onions may cause adverse reactions. If you have a history of stomach ulcers or gastrointestinal bleeding, it is recommended to avoid eating raw onions as they can aggravate your condition. Raw onions can also interact with certain medications such as blood thinners, making them less effective. Therefore, it is important to consult with a healthcare professional before consuming onions regularly if you have any pre-existing medical conditions or are taking medications. Here are some reasons why you should not eat onion. 1. Stomach irritation. Onions contain certain compounds that can cause stomach irritation and discomfort, especially when consumed raw. These compounds can stimulate the secretion of gastric acid, leading to indigestion, heartburn, or gastritis symptoms. For individuals with sensitive stomachs or pre-existing gastrointestinal conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, This effect may be more pronounced. It is advisable to cook onions thoroughly to reduce their irritating properties. However, cooking onions can also break down some of their beneficial nutrients. So it's important to find a balance between the potential risks and benefits before incorporating them into your diet. 2. Allergies. Some people may develop allergic reactions to onions. These allergies can manifest as skin rashes, itching, or swelling around the mouth and eyes. In severe cases, onion allergies can cause anaphylactic shock, a life-threatening reaction that requires immediate medical attention. If you suspect you have an onion allergy, it is important to avoid consuming them and seek medical advice. 3. Bad breath. Onions have a strong odor that can cause bad breath. When onions are consumed, their sulfur compounds are released in the body, which can cause a pungent smell on the breath. This effect can be more pronounced in individuals with poor oral hygiene or digestive issues. To minimize bad breath, it is recommended to brush your teeth regularly and practice good oral hygiene habits. 4. Blood-thinning effects. Onions contain certain compounds that have blood-thinning effects. While this can be beneficial for some individuals, such as those with a history of blood clots, it can increase the risk of bleeding in others. For example, people taking anticoagulant medications such as warfarin or those with a history of gastrointestinal bleeding should avoid consuming large amounts of onions. It is important to consult with a healthcare professional before adding onions to your diet if you have any concerns about their blood-thinning effects. 5. Kidney stones. Onions are high in oxalates, which are compounds that can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. Kidney stones are painful deposits that form in the kidneys and can cause severe pain and complications. While there is no conclusive evidence that consuming onions can directly cause kidney stones, it is important to monitor your intake of oxalate-rich foods if you are at risk of developing them. It is recommended to cook onions thoroughly and avoid consuming large quantities to minimize the potential risk. 6. Digestive issues. Onions are high in fiber, which is beneficial for digestive health. However, consuming raw onions in large amounts can cause digestive issues such as bloating, gas, and diarrhea. This is because the body needs time to adjust to the high fiber content in onions. Gradually increasing your fiber intake and consuming cooked onions can help your body better digest them. Before we move further, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Use before. It's generally safe for most people to eat onions every day, but there are a few things to keep in mind before doing so. First, make sure the onions are fresh, firm, and free from any signs of spoilage. Store onions in a cool, dry place to prolong their shelf life. Second, consider your individual health status and any pre-existing medical conditions or medications you may have. As mentioned earlier, onions can cause stomach irritation and may interact with certain medications. So if you have sensitive stomach or are taking medications, it's best to consult with a healthcare professional before consuming onions regularly. Third, pay attention to your body's response to onions. If you experience any negative symptoms such as stomach pain, diarrhea, or other digestive issues, it's important to stop consuming onions and seek medical advice. Everyone's body reacts differently to foods, and what works for one person may not work for another. In conclusion, onions are a nutritious and versatile ingredient that can provide numerous health benefits when consumed regularly. However, it's important to be aware of the potential risks and take precautions before incorporating them into your daily diet. By following the tips mentioned earlier, you can enjoy the delicious flavor and potential health benefits of onions while minimizing any adverse effects. Remember to consult with a healthcare professional if you have any concerns or questions about consuming onions regularly. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like and share for more informative content about health and nutrition. Stay healthy and happy.